Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda and welcome to this episode of Ignition Time, everybody. Thank you so much for being with me on a Sunday. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. I value your time. Let's just jump right in. Now, just to get our viewers and subscribers caught up, the Biden administration has been adopting a very interesting strategy about stimulus. They're playing multiple sort of games at one time. So here's what they're doing. Number one, they're saying we want a bipartisan approach. We want a bipartisan approach. And the Brian Deese, the director of the White House Economic Council, has been speaking with 8 Republican senators, 8 Democratic senators, and one of them, by the way, is a conservative Democrat Joe Manchin, okay, who has said that there should be more targeted stimulus. The second thing that they're doing is proceeding with the process of reconciliation. And I've actually highlighted all of these things on our channel. I just released a video on our channel where I highlighted exactly what Bernie Sanders just said. Bernie Sanders just said, hey, we have enough votes to pass stimulus relief through reconciliation. So Bernie actually said that. In fact, let me actually show you our channel. So I released, in fact, here, let me refresh this right here because I just released a video on our channel talking about the reconciliation process. Yep, it's right here. So Democrats have said that they have enough votes and they can pass enough, they can pass stimulus through reconciliation. So that's the second move. The third thing that the Democrats have been doing is they've been deploying Vice President Kamala Harris to regional networks like WSAZ in West Virginia and regional networks in Arizona. Now, who's in West Virginia? The Democratic Senator Joe Manchin. Who's in Arizona? The Democratic Senator Kristen Sinema. Kristen Sinema's vote and Joe Manchin's vote are going to be crucial for the Democrats to get the 51 votes, which is a simple majority in the Senate, to be able to pass reconciliation in order to be able to get the $1.9 trillion stimulus through. Now, Joe Manchin, the conservative Democrat from West Virginia, he has a very simple argument. And to be honest with you, it does make sense. He said, if someone's making $250,000, $300,000 a year, they don't need extra stimulus. But if someone's making $40,000, $50,000 a year, they need more stimulus. That's what he is saying. So that's number one. Number two, and this is where things get very interesting. He essentially slammed his own party and said, I was surprised when I saw the vice president. No one called me. No one told me anything. So think about this. The Vice President of the United States is deployed by the administration to create public support in West Virginia and Arizona, but let's focus on West Virginia since the focus of this video is Joe Manchin. So the Vice President of the United States is deployed by the Biden administration as a PR strategy within West Virginia on a local news network, WSAZ in West Virginia. And then the Democratic Senator in West Virginia, whose vote is going to be crucial to get to the 51 vote threshold for reconciliation, didn't know about it. He didn't know about it. He's like, there was news to me. No one told me. He said that. And also, I just want to point out one more thing. Normally, the president and the vice president, well, at least it's been that way with the previous administration, they don't really care for regional news networks. They don't show up. They want to show up on the national news networks, like a CNN. By the way, former President Trump didn't do a single interview with CNN, but the administration they generally want larger coverage. They prefer CNN, MSNBC, Fox, depending on whether they're left or right leaning. So for Vice President Kamala Harris to show up on a regional news network to indirectly create pressure on a local senator is a pretty interesting strategy, which is why I think these political games are, the Biden administration is doing what they can to set the stage for the $1.9 trillion stimulus. Let's take a look at a segment from WSAZ, the network in West Virginia, where they interviewed their local Democratic Senator Joe Manchin and got his reaction to the vice president who appeared on WSAZ in West Virginia less than 48 hours ago. Let's roll the tape, and folks, let's watch this together.
President Kamala Harris last night drew some national attention. Today, the White House answering questions about the vice president's appearances on 2 television stations, one in Arizona and the other right here, WSAZ. As News Channel 3's Amanda Barron reports, the interview even took Senator Joe Manchin by surprise.
Democratic U.S. Senator Joe Manchin spent time Friday checking out one of West Virginia's COVID-19 vaccination clinics, just a day after Vice President Kamala Harris joined WSAZ for an exclusive interview to talk about the proposed American Rescue Plan.
I saw it. I couldn't believe it. No one called me. We're going to try to find a bipartisan pathway for it. I think we need to, but we need to work together. That's not a way of working together, what was done.
In addition to an interview with us, the Vice President.
So you heard that. The Democratic senator from West Virginia said we need to work together. What they did is not working together. The Democratic senator from West Virginia just criticized his own party because he didn't know the Vice President of the United States, who, in case you didn't know, is a member of his own party, appeared on a regional network, and he didn't know. He just saw it on TV like the rest of us. So he said that's not a way to work together. So that, folks, that is the big takeaway. Look, guys, I want to be clear. It's not like the president and the vice president would forget to tell Joe Manchin. You know, these things are carefully calibrated. So it's not like someone's going to forget. Everything is carefully calibrated by every administration. But the fact that Joe Manchin would be left out of it, that is an interesting move, whether you agree with it or not. So it's not like they made a mistake and they forgot to call him, you know. So let's hear the rest of this. It's super interesting.
Spoke with a station in Arizona.
We want to make the case to the American people across the country. This was a way to do exactly that.
Why those states specifically?
I think she'll do a number of more regional calls and regional interviews, as will other members of the team.
The American Rescue Plan would give $1,400 checks to essentially every American. Senator Manchin believes those payments should be targeted.
We met with his economic team, and they put out what they wanted. We said just show us the figures, because people need to know. We want to help everybody that needs help. But if a person's making $250,000 or $300,000, I don't think they're in much as need as a person making 40 or 50 that's been okay. That's all I've said. We're going to target it.
Two different approaches from one political party.
We ran as Democrats, but we are Americans, and we will lead as Americans. The reason I am here in West Virginia talking with you is because everybody matters, whether you voted for us or not, that the election is over. And now is...
Senator Manchin says that Congress has already invested $4.8 trillion in less than a year, and that's more than the entire U.S. budget.
So, folks, that was the argument, if you will, from Senator Joe Manchin from West Virginia. We've invested more than $4.8 trillion over the year, which is greater than the entire U.S. budget, number one. Number two, for someone making $250,000, $300,000 a year, they should not be getting stimulus checks, according to Senator Joe Manchin. If someone's making 40, 50, they should get it. By the way, the new $600 billion proposal from the Republicans suggests that $1,000 stimulus checks go out to those making around $50,000 a year or less. So I believe that we are likely to see a proposal that's essentially going to combine the best ideas from both sides. That I think is likely to happen, or we're likely to see the Democrats just pass their entire proposal through the process of reconciliation. That I think is more likely to happen. So that was the update, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I want you to know I appreciate you. I hope you learned something new. If you did, please click the like button. Please subscribe, folks. Please enable notifications. I would greatly appreciate that. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda. On this channel, I cover matters that are important to the country, matters that are important to the economy, and matters that are important to your money. Let me once again remind you, this is our channel right here, and I did release a video talking about the counteroffer this morning, the response from the White House, what Republican senators are saying, new details about the Republican senators, what Bernie Sanders confirmed that the Democrats indeed have the votes that they need to pass reconciliation. So that is the update, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to seeing you all in the next episode of Ignition Time. I'll tell you what, let me stick around for a minute and see if I can engage with any comments here. Let me look at some of the comments here. And trying to see if there's something here I can engage with. Okay, somebody said pass it as an executive order. Stimulus cannot be passed as an executive order. The power of the purse rests with Congress. So the House and the Senate have to be able to pass a bill, and then the president signs it. So the way this works is, the president has to essentially get people together get them to come to a consensus. The Republicans have reached out to the Democrats, everyone. The Democrats are firm with their position and they have reconciliation in their back pocket. And the Biden administration is pursuing a rather interesting PR strategy where they are trying to create pressure from different sides. Whether you agree with it or not is up to you. But we are going to see big stimulus fairly soon. And look, guys, what's going to happen in DC is pretty unpredictable. But the odds are that we are going to see a large package through reconciliation, or some sort of a combination package, including some of the Republican ideas, which are essentially more targeted stimulus checks, including Joe Manchin, the conservative Democrat who wants more targeted stimulus checks. So that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to talking to you soon. Please click like, please subscribe, please enable notifications. I would really appreciate that. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time.